Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night for everyone who watch this. My name is Mahesa Dzikra Kanigara. I'm from Bina Sarana Informatika University. My major is English Literature, and so today I will explain about code mixing and code switching. This is my midterm task project. So without further ado, let's begin. There are 9 outlines. The first is what is sociolinguistics. Second is sociolinguistic functions. The third is definition of code switching, and the fourth is definition of code mixing. The five is differences between code switching and code mixing. Six factors influencing code switching and mixing. Seven examples in multilingual societies. Eight criticism and challenge. And nine is conclusion. Next, what is sociolinguistics? Sociolinguistics is the study of how language functions within society. It examines how language varies and changes according to social factors such as region, social class, gender, age, and ethnicity. Through this lens, we understand how language reflects and shapes social identity and interaction, which means that every time we speak, we are not only exchanging words but also performing social roles. Are we being respectful, casual, assertive, or inclusive? Sociolinguistics help us uncover these layers by analyzing language as a social practice, not just a linguistic one. Sociolinguistic function. Language serves not only as a tool for communication, but also a means of expressing personal identity, indicating group membership, managing conversational dynamics like topic shifts, and signaling social prestige or solidarity among participants, which show us that language is never neutral. It can create connection, express distance, or signal hierarchy. Whether we shift tone, switch language, or use certain vocabulary, every decision can reveal our social intent and the dynamics between speakers. The definition of code mixing. Code mixing, on the other hand, involves embedding elements such as words or phrases from one language into another within the same sentence. It usually happens at a more micro or intrasential level. The example, dia lagi meeting sama bosnya. The definition of code switching. Code switching refers to the practice of alternating between two or more languages or language varieties during a single conversation. This can occur either between sentence intersential or within a single sentence intrasential. Example, I was going to the store. Terus aku ketemu dia di jalan. And the next is the differences. The first, setting and context. The situation or environment influences language choice. The second, participants. Differences in age, status, or relationship can lead to switching or mixing. The third is topic and domain. Certain subjects encourage the use different language. And four is language proficiency. A speaker's fluency levels determine how naturally switching or mixing occurs. The factors. There are four factors in this code mixing and code switching. Communication setting, formal or informal, which in Um, okay. There are four factors in this code mixing and code switching. The communication setting, formal or informal. First, whether it's formal like a presentation or informal like chatting with friends often determines how much switching or mixing occurs. Second is the participants involved in the conversation. Our relationship with the listeners, such as status, age, or closeness, and can affect language choice. The third is the topic or domain being discussed. Certain subjects like work or school might trigger the use of more English, while personal topics may bring out local languages. And finally, the individual speaker's language competence and familiarity with multiple languages. Those who are highly fluent tend to switch or mix more naturally without disrupting meaning. All of these elements interacting dynamically in real-time conversation. Multilingual example. Countries such as Indonesia, India, and the Philippines are known for widespread code switching and mixing. In these societies, it is common to blend English with local language, especially in professional, academic, or urban settings, which often requires speakers to shift between formal and informal tones, or between local and global terms. In Jakarta, for instance, it commons to hear English Indonesian mixes in office meetings or casual conversation. This practice show how language consists and evolve in real life. Criticism and challenge. Although code switching and mixing can reflect linguistic creativity and adaptability, they are sometimes criticized. Some observe see them as a sign of poor language proficiency, while language purists often regard them negatively. Despite this, they carry rich social meaning and are a natural part of multilingual communication. And yet, some critics argue that mixing language shows a lack of disciplines or weak language skills, but this perspective overlooks the creativity and identity involved in this practice. Rather than being a flaw, switching and mixing often show how people negotiate meaning and belonging. Okay, the last is conclusion. In conclusion, code switching and code mixing are critical elements in understanding how language operates within social context. They reflect the speakers in identities, relationship, and communicative strategies. Studying this phenomena depends our insight into language contact, bilingualism, and sociolinguistic dynamics, which ultimately remind us that language is alive, adaptive, and deeply human. Conmixing and code-switching aren't just linguistic quirks, they are strategies and expression of identity and tools for navigating complex social worlds. Okay, that's my explanation about the topic, and thank you for watching and listening. Goodbye.